In my last video, someone requested the d4 opening. It is very annoying for black but fun for white, so I'm gonna teach you how to play the Queen's Gambit in the Slav defense. Let's start with d4, the opponent will probably play d5, if not, resign. After d5 you need to play c4, if black takes the pawn, it's the Queen's Gambit accepted, play e4, looking forward to taking the pawn with your bishop. If black plays the move b5, play a4. If black plays a6, take the pawn on b5, black can't recapture because of the rook! Well, what if black plays the move pawn to c6 after a4? Just take the pawn on b5. If black takes, play the move knight b3, if they try to defend their pawn with the move a6, well just take the pawn with your knight. Black can't take back because of, you guessed it, the rook! But what if black doesn't take the pawn on c4 and instead plays e6? Well, this is the Queen's Gambit declined. The most common move is to play knight to f3. If black plays knight f6, develop your other knight to c3. If black plays the move bishop to e7, play bishop to f4 or g5. If you play the move f4 then it is very easy to play, so I won't go into the details. But if you play g5, black will probably castle. If not, resign. After black castles, play queen to c2. If black tries to kick out your bishop with the move pawn to h6, you sacrifice your bishop and play the move pawn to h4. If black takes your bishop, take the pawn. You attack the knight and threaten checkmate in one move. Black has to play the move knight to e4, take the knight with your knight, they take the knight with their pawn, take the pawn with your queen. If you want me to rephrase that, it simply goes like takes. It's hard for black to defend this position, two powerful pieces staring at the king. Anyway, remember when I said if black doesn't castle, resign? Well, that was a lie. If black plays h6 instead of castling, just take the knight with your bishop. When black takes back, play pawn to e3. If they castle, play bishop to d3. If black plays c6, just castle. After black plays b6, just bring your rook into the game. This position is simple to play too, so I will not get into the details. Before I talk about the Slav defense, there is a variation called the Tarish defense in which black plays the move pawn to c5 after white moves the knight to c3. Did you notice that Tarish sounds like trash? The reason is that 90% of the players play like trash after playing this move. So if you see someone playing this move, just know that you're gonna win the game pretty easily. All jokes aside, let's get into the Slav defense. After white plays c4, black can play c6. This is called the Slav defense. Develop your knight to f3. After black plays knight f6, develop your other knight to c3. If black moves their bishop to f5, play queen to b3, looking forward to capturing the pawn on b7. Well, that leaves us with other stuff. If black defends their pawn on d5 with the knight, just take it. The reason is that when the knight takes back, play e4. This allows you to take the center. If black takes with their queen, play knight c3. This also allows you to take the center. The last thing I want to talk about is the Albion counter gambit. When white plays c4, black can play e5. This is called the Albion counter gambit. I will make a detailed video about this opening, but I would recommend taking the pawn on e5. If black pushes its pawn to d4, play knight to f3. Anyway, remember when I said if black doesn't play d5, resign? Well, that was a lie. Tell them that they don't have any friends and should touch grass. Well, that's all I got for today. See you in the next one.